going to do a landscape, but I'm going to do a paint over. I'm painting over this old painting. I kind of put a thin layer of white on it just to hide the painting a little bit. I'm going to try and use burnt sienna as a color in my sky. I hope it covers it. Burnt sienna and yellow, and maybe some yellow ochre. I'm going to have like a bright sky up here with some brown mountains down here. So I'm just basically throwing some color up here in the sky, burnt sienna and yellow. We'll probably have to do some gray, so I'll grab some Payne's gray here. Something that's not translucent. There we go. A lot of covered with clouds once I get going. So I'm going to do, I have some burnt umber here I'll mix with my burnt sienna. some rugged mountains across the back here. I do a lot of these paintings that, you know, they were experimental paintings when I did them. But it turns into a cool painting that I can maybe sell down the road. I'd like to get some orange going on up here. That'd be cool. I'll try some red. That's not a bad sky. I think the clouds will look good on that sky. We'll do some down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to cover that whole painting underneath there. We'll see. Might use some darker colors. Looks like it's going to be a lake here. I've been doing some Bob Ross tributes. They're coming out pretty good. They're looks like they're a big hit for me. I've been getting some pretty good views with that. Looks like we're just going to have a lake here in the middle. So I'm going to ignore painting underneath and just paint like I usually do. And hopefully comes out looking halfway decent. Some clouds up here. I'm using I usually use titanium white, but today, since I have a whole tube of zinc white, a big tube. I'm going to use zinc white up here in the sky for my clouds. This is like a quick way to do clouds here. I did a cool painting the other day with clouds in the sky and then trees underneath it, and it looked like the trees were made from clouds. It was a really cool illusion that kind of transpired in the painting. It's pretty good. I lost a lot of my cloud top here, but I could put some bright color back on these clouds. I kind of like that. I don't know why I'm using a fan brush, but if it works, it works. Yeah, this is really the first time I used this zinc white. Barbara told me yesterday it's for mixing with the translucent colors is what she was saying. But yeah, I agree with that. So you don't lose your, if you mix your color with this, you won't lose your translucity, if that's a word. Because if you mix titanium white with something, you'll make it more opaque. So I think this zinc white kind of prevents that. So I think that's what it's getting at. Alright, there. I'd like to put some white around the mountain. It kind of gives it like a glow. Let's do the mountain next. I like putting the snow on these mountains. I'm going to use the small part of the neck because I want these mountains to be fairly look far away. If you've never done the snow on the mountains, I'll start off with just a little bit on each peak like this, just to get a visual of it. Then I'll come in here and add some more. Do each peak separately. Maybe this one's only coming this far here. Pretty tall mountain. We could actually add another peak over here. Make that 2 peaks there. You see that? See how I did that? As the mountain flattens out, I pulled the knife more horizontal here. How quick I did that. Let's do some light blue for some of the snow on the other side. The light blue. This is for this side of the mountain. It's still up here, but it's more in the shade. I love doing mountains now. I used to have a hard time with them. But then you kind of pick up your own style over the years. Probably didn't really blue, but I think it looked good in the long run. So if you were watching me last night, I think I was telling you I had to go to bed early last night. And I did go to work this morning. But I can because I felt like I had a cold this morning, right? And so I called my supervisor to let her know that I wasn't going to come in. I had a cold, but and then the main manager called me and said, "Hey, my manager called out too. She was sick, so I had enough energy. I went there to go help them unload the truck, and then I left. I didn't feel like staying there for 8 hours today because I am kind of under the weather a little bit. So they set the hours tomorrow. So I like putting these dark trees over this sky. So glad I did the clouds already. I like to put all my foliage in dark, and then when you highlight light color, then you automatically will have a shadow down here. You don't have to deal with your shadows. So let's just put bushes down here right now. I have this color on my brush. Maybe we'll put some flowers down here, some bright colors. This looks pretty good for, I'm going to redo the snow to make it more white. Maybe that's the difference. This is zinc white. It's not as bright as the white either. Seems to be soaking in the brown I put underneath. So I didn't blend it out either, so that would help if I kind of blend the bottom out just a bit to soften it up. There we go. That looks better. Those are some really rugged mountains there. So yeah, later on today, I gotta go play with Lisa, and we're gonna do a live. If you haven't seen me play guitar and sing, you can check out my other channel. It's called the R KREJCI Experience. We're going to be live at 3 o'clock today. Your favorite hit music. We play all genres. We play country, rock, alternative, blues. From the 50s, 60s, 70s, all the way up till now. Today we even play Ozzy Osbourne. We play a lot of Beatles. This kind of looks like Seattle, so if you look over the water you'll see trees down here, and then the mountain, like this would be Vashon Island back here. The water would be, oh, you could see my old painting underneath here coming through the water. It looks kind of cool, doesn't it? If you just joined in, yeah, I'm painting over an old painting. That's why it was hard to lighten up my sky. I had to make it a little dark to cover all this old painting. This looks pretty cool. I think I'm going to use white for the water. Let's just put white in there and see what happens. It created a lot of contrast there. Look at that. That looks so cool. I like the contrast it created. And it looks like I'm going to have to re-hit some of these bushes here. This we're gonna make this grass really green down, not green but lighter. See the grass here. Look at that. Now the bushes. It's really a dark picture. I like this. I like all this down here. I don't like the sky too much. I don't like the mountains yet. I'll probably have to redo the mountains here. Really cool. Here's a really green here for my trees. Might be too light. That looks cool. We got someone in here, huh? Grizzman, how's it going? Let me turn this so I can see this. Looks good, huh? That's a paint over. I'm painting over an old painting. Oh, you restored one, huh? Yeah, well, this was the one I'm painting over was just, it was like an abstract painting I did. It wasn't anything special. And like an old, I painted over an old painting. It means painted over a painting I don't like that I did, and I got a lot of them. Always experimenting, so I end up with a lot of paintings that are not too good. But I always remember if I do something that's not, I'll remember not to do it again. That's a pretty cool color for maybe lower flowers down here. I don't think I want to use that for bushes. That brush is not really good for bushes. Yeah, I have to check out some of your paintings, Grizzman. It's King Rizman. Rizman. I get it now. I think I get it. Let's try some yellow bushes. And I think this will help brighten up the picture a little bit. Alright, cool. Yeah, my brother will come on here occasionally and watch me paint. He's he's got his own pool cleaning business, so there's a lot of pools in Vegas. But he has a pool there. I'd say 80% of the houses there have to have a swimming pool. It gets so hot there. I live in Seattle. I haven't seen one person with a swimming pool out here. Backyard. Not one. And nobody has, well, when I first moved here, like 12 years ago, nobody even used air conditioning. But now they sell those new, units that can go on your wall. I forget what they're called, and I'm a plumber. They could do heat and air conditioning. So a lot of the houses now some of the houses are getting air conditioning. It doesn't really get hot here. The hottest it gets is like 80 degrees. And if it hits 80, it only stays that hot for like a couple days. It's funny, when it gets to be like 70, it's like too hot for me. So I'm really liking what's going on, except I don't like the sky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend the sky out, and we're going to try something else up here. Unless I can blend these clouds to look good. It just looks too wet up there. Okay. Getting there now. I'm starting to like that a little better. Yeah. All right. not sure what's going on here. I think it's because they're I kind of want a hard edge on them. Let's see if this works. Alright, I like that. Let's see if I can fix my... We'll add some white to the water. Well, I think I got one person watching. I used to have a lot of trouble doing these type of trees. If you look at all my landscapes for the last 4 years, they're all evergreen trees. singing, I can't wait. Feel your love tonight. Yeah, so I did go to work this morning, but then I left early. I just helped them unload the truck because when I woke up, it felt like I had a cold, which I think I do have a cold. So the manager let me just, because it's a big thing to unload that truck every Thursday. It's a lot of work. I didn't want to leave it on them. Plus the truck was only half ours and it had to get over to another store by 6:30. It's looking pretty good. It's not the greatest layout. I mean, I just kind of put everything just straight. I don't really think much about the layout here. But I'll try and make it look decent. Use blue. I'm going to highlight this tree with the light. It really makes the tree look cool. It'll kind of mix with that dark green, and it'll create a different. There we go. Wow. You know what it looks like? One of those blue spruce trees. That's what it looks like. We got some of these here in Seattle, a lot of them. It's about the color of them. I'm really digging this now. Let's see if I'm going to be able to scratch any branches. Yeah. It's cool because I have a painting underneath this, so I'm getting different colors on my twigs. So I have red underneath there, so it gave me like a reddish twig there. That's so cool. It's really fun doing that. This one's really turning out. I know it turn out like this. I was gonna do I felt like doing a portrait, but then I decided, nah, I'm not gonna do a portrait till later. So there we go. I think it needed more snow there because it's soaked in. This one really turned into a lot of foliage. Well, we'll see if someone likes this one. I'll post it through the squirrel hole up here. Got a squirrel living in there. Alright guys, I'm going to go run to my favorite coffee place. They should be open now. And get a latte. I was drinking Americanos there, but then I noticed me a little bit of heartburn now, so I switched to a latte yesterday. The lattes are made with milk. Americanos are just water. So you get the milk, kind of gets rid of the heartburn, I guess. This is a weird painting for me. I never do that in colors like that. My paintings are usually sky, blue water. Good practice though. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Later on today, I think I'm going to start working on some portraits. I got to keep up on my portraits. I'll forget how to do those. See ya, Grizzman. We'll see you guys later.